In my video yesterday, if you haven't checked it out yet, I was pretty much giving Brad Holmes all the brownie points in the world. And I was responding to Mel Kiper and Field Yates' 3-round mock draft, the projections they had for the Detroit Lions. And I was pretty much saying I wouldn't be mad with the picks they had, but I'm going to trust Brad Holmes regardless of what pick he decides. Because last week I made a video, I was thinking, man, we need wide receiver. I was falling in love with the flashy pick. But now I just fully trust Brad Holmes. He's constructed this roster into a well-oiled machine. I have more evidence to show you, and the things that I heard yesterday, I'm like, oh my God, this team is here, and this well-oiled machine is here to stay. Now let's get into it. Look at the quarterback position. Jared Goff, quarterback of the future. He's about to get an extension. We're going to talk about the extensions in a minute. Then you got Hendon Hooker, who, if God forbid anything happens to Jared Goff, Hendon Hooker can step in. I firmly believe sitting behind Jared Goff last year and just getting healthy and just being behind one of the best offensive line units, he's our quarterback of the future. Your running backfield is tops in the league, if not the best backfield in the league. You got the top tight end in the league, and then you got your wide receiver room, what's one of the tops in the league. Your offense looks filthy, so if you want to add more weapons to it, go right ahead. And then you want to flip it to the defensive side of the ball. Your defensive line looks awesome right now. You got Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Reader, Ali McNeil, more pieces added to that. Your linebacker room is the only one that's a little older, and you might want to add a little bit more talent to it. But right now, your secondary is night and day different than it was last year. Carlton Davis, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Fatu Melifonwu. Who else do we got back there? Amik Robertson. And it's only going to get better through the draft. He's constructed this roster into a well-oiled machine. It's like a college roster, man. No matter what position you want to go to, if someone gets hurt, someone's going to step in, and there's not going to be they're going to produce and they're going to do their job. That's what I love about this roster. And now that I'm looking at it right now, it's not even the way he's constructed it through the players. He's also constructed it to the salary cap to where if we wanted to go make a move, regardless of all these contract extensions going on, we can go make that move. And that's what really surprised me yesterday. I was like, because you hear contract extensions, you're like, man, I don't want to give that player that much money. You do want to give that player that much money, but if it's going to hurt your future, if it's not going to lead to championships, why pay that player that much money? That's my honest opinion about contract extensions. But these two players are very key to our success here in Detroit. And with Amon St. Brown and Jared Goff's contract extensions coming up, we're still going to have a boatload of money to spend in free agency. Now let's look at these contract extensions. Amon St. Brown, his projected contract extensions is probably going to be around 4 years for $112 million. What does that add up to? That's around $28.5 million a year. That's literally only a budge into our salary cap going into next year, 2025 salary cap. And then if you wanted to do a Jared Goff's salary cap projection, he's going to have a 4-year, $45 million, somewhere around there. So if you add Jared Goff and Amon St. Brown's money annually that they're going to make next year based off their contract extensions, projection-wise, that's only about $73 million towards those two players. And then you have our projected cap space for next offseason is going to be $122 million. So that's $49 million left to spend on anybody else you want to do. And look at this roster. Like I said, there's no really glaring holes where you need to feel like that we need someone in that position. That's what's awesome about this roster, man. You're playing your players that are producing for you, and you're going to be able to go get more players that's going to help you contribute to winning based off the salary cap. In the following year, not many people are under contract the following year, but the money just keeps going up. So the way he's constructed his roster, he can extend anybody he wants, and he can sign anybody who wants. That's going to help win this team championships. That's why I'm so pumped we finally got a competent GM. It's fun. It's finally someone that cares about winning. That's what I love about Dan Campbell, and that's what I love about Brad Holmes. They care. They want to win a championship just as bad as we do, and they're doing it the right way. Signing their own players, making sure we're not overspending on big-name free agents like we did in the past. Trey Flowers. Who else did we overpay on? Hapaloti Vaitai. These players, we don't no longer have to give big name money. We can sign our own players, go sign someone that's going to help us win a championship. And I'm so grateful that Brad Holmes is our GM, because this team is here to stay. It's a well-oiled machine, and the way he's constructed it, it's surprising that we're still going to have $49 million in cap space next year after giving Amon St. Brown and Jared Goff huge contract extensions, and we're still going to have money to go pay Penei Sewell a big contract extension. Let's go. This is some big boss spending, big boss managing by Brad Holmes. I'm so pumped. I can't wait for this season. I'm glad this team's here to stay, because we all know as Detroit Lions fans, we struggled long enough. Now it's fun to actually see our team be able to stay here and be able to compete year in and year out. One Pride, signing out. It's your boy T. Like the video. Comment down below what you guys think about these contract extensions, how you're feeling about Brad Holmes and what's going on with this team right now. New uniforms are dropping tomorrow. We're going to have a lot. It's not going to be a live reaction, but we're going to be reacting to the jerseys, how I feel about them, how you guys feel about them. Let's go, man. Good times here. The draft's next week. Woo! Let's go, baby. One Pride sending out. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.